everybody, I finally made it back to North Little Rock to try to wrap this week up and go enjoy a couple of days off and the Memorial Day holiday. Be sure to remember those in your family that have served. That is the purpose of this holiday. All right, we're approaching the Maverick North Little Rock yard. Nothing new if you've watched some of my videos. Here to the right is the part of the Maverick Driving Academy grounds. All those orange cones out there. Nothing going on out there now. I don't see any action, just a few trucks. And then here's the Maverick yard. I bet it's gonna be hard to find me a parking spot this time of day. It's like 1 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm gonna swing around to the supply barn, try to swap out a couple of tarps if anybody's over there. Alright, yeah, there's a couple of spots I can park right there in the front row. Truck wash is open, but I'm not gonna go through there. But I am gonna swing around to the supply barn and go see if there's anybody in there that can swap out tarps. So straight ahead you see trucks parked here for the weekend. A little view of some of the grounds. There's the truck wash straight ahead. And I'm going to swing around here. See if anybody is working the supply room. Usually on the weekends, the guys that are doing the truck wash can help you with supplies, you know, if you need it. So I'm gonna go in there and see if anybody's around. All right, I got lucky. Good old Craig was in there and let me swap out my two, what we call our steel tarps, you know, the smaller ones, 4-foot drops. I told him the funny thing is, a couple days ago when I was up in Detroit, I had about an hour to kill, you know, waiting on someone there to arrive to unload us. So I spread both of my steel tarps out and repaired them with some of that new vinyl repair tape. So I was bragging on that, told him that worked a lot better than the old glue and patch kits they used to give us. But the day after I had patched up my tarps, I ended up swapping them and got two different tarps. But that's all right. Whoever picked up that trailer up there at the Lowe's distribution center that had my tarps in it will be glad that they were repaired. All right, so I'm just creeping around the lot here. You can see straight ahead there's one side of the shop, and then as I turn here you got a good look at the training building. If you come here to Maverick to start as a driver, you'll spend, you know, at least a couple of weeks in that building. Very nice facility. That's where you do your securement training, your classroom training. If you go through the CDL school here, you'll probably do some of it in that building and some over at in the training buildings over at the actual CDL, on the CDL grounds over there. was just giving you a picture here of some of the different loads. And I'm going to peek in the bays over here in the securement training bay. If I can get in there, I'm gonna try to get in there and take a look at this box that I've had a couple of people mention to me that they're worried they won't be able to jump up on that box. Oh, they got students in there. I mean, that's good, but they might not want me messing around in there. But I'm gonna put on a safety shirt and a hard hat and walk in there and see if I can film somebody jumping up on it or do it myself. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I walked over to the training building and they do have some trainees in there, and a couple of the instructors came over and talked to me because I was just standing there and another driver. But they said I'd have to get permission from somebody higher up about actually filming something like that inside the training bay. So they didn't want me doing that. But I did get some information that some of you will be interested in. Like I mentioned before, I had a prospect that was worried about jumping up on that box, because he said, you know, he weighed over 400 pounds and he didn't think he'd be able to do it. But one of the instructors I just talked to said that when he had to go through training in there, he weighed 460. Right now, I think he said he's more like 425, but he said he weighed 460. He's like 6 foot tall, and he put his 2 4-foot tarps up against the box, you know, stacked them up there, stood on those, and then got his arms up there, and then was able to get a leg up. And that's how everybody does it. You know, you get up there with your arms, hoist a leg over and crawl up. But he was able to do it at 460 pounds. So that ought to help some of you with that information. But and the box is not 6 foot tall. We didn't measure it, but they thought it was more like 5 or 5.5 feet tall. So there's a little bit of information, but didn't get any footage. And before I finish up the week, I wanted to do a quick review. Yeah, give me a second here. Put that right there. Get out of this helmet. Okay, so just to review the week. Now I left out on Monday. I left out Monday afternoon. I think I probably left the Maverick North Little Rock yard around, I don't know, 2:30. Late start for me. And I made my first delivery in Catoosa, Oklahoma. From there, I went to Fort Smith and got the load that went to Dearborn, Michigan. From there, I went to the Lowe's Distribution Center in Grand Ledge, Michigan, and then delivered to a Lowe's store in McKesney Park, Illinois. And then from there, they sent me to Wilton, Iowa to get the load I have now that I will deliver Tuesday in Claremore, Oklahoma, which is near Tulsa. So that's kind of how the week went. All right, I'm gonna get all my stuff out of here. You know, my dirty clothes, my recycled stuff, my sheets, clean out my fridge, load up my car, and go home for a couple days. See you Tuesday.